Hello guys and welcome to Ride VIP the Ratchet channel. My name is Serge. I wanted to show you guys what I'm working on. As you can see, I got Chrysler 300C bumper laying down and I got a grill to match it. This is a plastic bumper that is getting ready to get painted. So I'm going to be removing my Chrysler 300 front bumper. This is the limited bumper and grill. So I'm removing that and all of those headlights so that I can prepare it for a paint job where it needs it, not everywhere. And I will be replacing the front headlights and rear taillights as well to basically give it a little bit of a more of a modern look. So you might be wondering, why am I doing all of those things? Well, here's why, guys. Remember how I talked to you guys how I'm going to be buying, fixing, and flipping cars? Well, this is my first project. I haven't flipped any cars in a very long time, and this is going to be my start. So at this point, I don't know if I'm going to make money. I don't know if I'm going to break even. I don't know if I'm going to lose money. But instead of just like worrying about all of those things, I'm just going to go ahead and get this car ready, get it drivable, put it on insurance, and try driving it for Lyft on the weekends while I market this car to sell. So it's going to give me a second car and my wife to drive around. She was driving this in the past, but I basically removed it from the insurance so that I can do all of these things. And I don't want to be paying for something that I'm not using. So once everything's done and this car is very presentable, I'm just going to use it for Lyft instead of my big Range Rover. This will be a little bit more fuel efficient, not by much. This is a 3.5 liter engine V6 after all. But a lot of people get inside of my car and they're like, hey, do you know anybody that's selling cars? And a lot of times I'm like, well, I got some cars. They're like, can you sell me one immediately? And I say, well, I don't have nothing for sale just yet, but I will be getting some stuff ready and to sell. And that's exactly what I'm working on. As you could see in the back of the car, that's Jeep Patriot sticking out over there in the back. That car is going to be next. So the goal is to get this car ready, get it inspected, start driving it for Lyft, and then I'm going to be working on a Jeep Patriot. So once this car sells, I'm going to basically switch everything over, the insurance, the tags, to the Jeep Patriot and just keep going. And then I'll be switching in all of these other cars that's sitting around here. So hopefully I'll end up making some money. If not, I'll have a pretty nice car to be able to drive around. It drives very smooth. This was my dream car, guys. When it first came out, I really wanted it, but I did not want to pay 40 grand that it was going to cost me at the time because they were selling like hotcakes. Everybody wanted one. This car has 102,000 miles. It's got gray leather interior. It's fully optioned out, and it's actually a very desirable engine with a 3.5. The 2.7s, they're not as good. They will break down a lot faster. And the Hemis, they also had lots of issues. But these 3.5s is the most desirable engine to have. So I'm actually glad that I have it. So currently this car does not have any problems. It just has some cosmetical issues. It had a minor damage here, like in the door and slightly like in a quarter panel that I fixed. And I have replaced the door. So now I just want to paint the whole quarter panel, both doors and the fenders, just to make it look nice. And of course, once I replace the taillights, the front headlights, and the bumper, it's going to give it more of a modern look because the rear lights, they have some LEDs in them, and the front lights have some LEDs and HIDs. So it's going to actually look really, really nice, I think. But the car only sells for about between 5 and 6,500, and you could get them as low as 3,500. So what does all of this means for me? So basically, I have invested in the car just about the same as what the car is actually going for. So buying this car, buying all the parts for it, fixing everything took basically time and money for me to do. And this car has cost me approximately between $4,000 and $5,000. That is with labor. So if I'm going to flip it for that, it's just like I did all of this work for nothing. So why am I making this car look as nice as I'm making it look like, at least for its age, because it is a 2005 with 102,000 miles, which looks really nice on the inside. But ultimately I'm fixing this car for myself. So as I fix this car for myself, I'll be able to enjoy the car that I dreamed of owning back when it came out. I'll be able to experience that, and it looking nice will make me feel good about it as well. So I'll actually have to put it for sale for about $7,000. Most likely it's not going to sell right away, but when I'm going to be driving it, I'll be able to put some miles on it, using it for a lift. And once I'm selling this car, there's a very good chance that I'm going to get some offers, right? But they're probably not going to be like what I want. So I'll just tell the people, I'm like, okay, I'm not in a hurry to sell it. Like, I really don't need to sell it. I want to sell it, but I really don't need to sell it. So if I put some miles on it, the car will still bring me about similar type of price. But at least at that point, I'll be able to, um, get another car ready by the time this car sells, because I will be working on Jeep Patriot next, and then a Nissan Rogue comes after that, and then other cars, because I have plenty of cars ready. So if I'm able to put some miles on it, that means I actually got some use out of it. So then it will not feel like it was all for nothing. Like, I was able to use this car and then sell it and not put miles on my Range Rover. Also, this car is going to be slightly more fuel efficient, not by much, but at the very least, it's cheaper to maintain than the Range Rover. Even though the Range Rover parts, they're not that expensive, especially when you get them on eBay. But obviously, a 2005 Chrysler product is going to be a lot cheaper. I do actually like these Chryslers. I don't know if you guys like them or not, but I really like them. I like the look of them. I like how they drive. It's actually a very, very comfortable car. So I'm not like in a hurry to really like just offload it. Also, this car has the better engine of all of them. This is a 3.5 liter engine, which I have mentioned before. This is the most desirable engine. It's a little bit more rare. The 2.7 is like a normal engine. So I think a lot of these car prices that I'm seeing, they're pricing it in accordance with that 2.7 liter engine, but 3.5 is just so much better. The Hemis, they have a lot more problems with them as well, and that's a 5.7 liter. So I'm really happy with the 3.5. It's got a good balance of power and fuel efficiency. So I'm actually pretty happy that it's got a 3.5 liter engine. And it's got all of the bells and whistles that you would want in a car, which is perfect. And the fact that the car's interior is looking like really nice. It's a beautiful gray leather interior. There's no cracks in the dash. Nothing's broken. Like, everything's working on this car. Like, everything's on it, like, working. AC's working great. And this car just had like a little small, which is called kind of like a fender bender, right? It's just, you got to do a lot of work to still get all of those things out if you want to really look it nice. But I I did like very minimal work to it, and then I drove it like you're looking at it like in a video for a while. But of course, I was just driving it here and there and stuff like that. And the car is actually, like really nice to drive. Like, really enjoyed it. My wife is driving it. She likes it. So anyways, once I do paint it, I feel like I'm going to get some good use out of it. And if it does sell for what I want, then, okay, I'm going to have more money to basically buy and fix and flip something else. But this time I need to be a little bit smarter and also work faster, because I bought this car a while ago. And even though this car has not depreciated by like a lot, because it wasn't really worth that much, like when I bought it to begin with, it hasn't really fell in price that much. And what I'm noticing, like with all of these car prices on Facebook Marketplace, they're going, for as much as 6,500, right? Usually around like $5,000 for a whole car. But these cars have lots of miles. They have problems. The interior's messed up, and mine's none of those things. But anyways, if you guys want to keep up with this project and watch me work, actually physically, please follow the link in the description below, guys, and follow it in the comment section, because I'm going to post a link to my regular channel. And what I'm doing is, like, each time I get some work done and I'm actually I make these videos, I just go ahead and post all of them instead of really dragging it out, because in a day I could do a lot of different work. I don't want to make a very long video because a lot of it's like very different type of stuff that I'm doing, but I go ahead and split it up and I try to edit everything quickly and then post everything that same day. So you'll be able to get up-to-date information as I'm getting this car done. So currently, with everything that you've seen about this car, guys, this is all current. This is from yesterday. So I want to go ahead and post this video to you guys today, just to keep this channel alive and keep you guys up to date, like what I'm doing, what I'm working on. But ultimately, my goal is to buy, fix, and flip cars and make money that way. It's just with this type of car, right? Like, not that it's a bad car. I feel like I'm just breaking even on it. Like, I'm not able to make that much money. So it's going to be a learning experience to buy cars the right way, because I'm no different than you guys. I'm self-taught with this stuff. Like, I basically just taught myself. Like, I would just buy cars and work on them and basically just like learn from that. So I'm not an expert by any means in any of those things, but I'm trying to learn and I'm sharing my knowledge with you guys as well. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.